Hi, peace. Do you have some time to chit chat? Perfect. Because I just want to share with you a couple of things that's been happening because perhaps you can like implement it into your life and like live your best life. You know what I'm saying? So, first things first, can I just tell you that it's been a very lonely, dark journey. And but I embarked on the journey because God told me that I had to go through this by myself in order for me to come out on the other side. It's like I had to get inside the cocoon in order to become a butterfly. So I was like, all right, do I really have another choice? It wasn't really another option. It was either, it was like a rock in a hard place. It was like, do this or suffer. Suffer, willingly, or just suffer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's been a long journey, to say the least. It's been very lonely. I had to let go of a lot of people, a lot of friends, a relationship that damn near was trying to destroy me, and in the midst of that, I had to release like a lot of limiting beliefs. I had to release a lot of patterns and traits that were toxic, that just weren't serving me. I had to really, like an onion, like peel back the layers of this self that I thought I was, and really get reacquainted with who I truly am at the core. And it really was about me rediscovering my own self concept as well as co creating my self concept. Because I feel like partly I've always been this person, but on the other side, it's like I was creating her. Like I was always her underneath it all, underneath all the debris. But at the same time, was still like, finding out the details and really creating my goddess. Self concept. Because before I did anything on the outside, it was what was going on in here. It was what was going on in here. Who did I perceive myself to be? Who who did I feel I was? Who did I believe I was? Who did society program me to think that I was? So that in itself was a whole lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work. And, every time I searched for myself, I found God. Every time I looked for God, I found myself. And it came it came to a point where it was like an integration, a full embodiment, where I was no longer separate from God, even though no one is. The gag that, society has been spoon feeding the masses. The gag is I was never separate from God. So when I embodied and integrated that truth, I became this goddess, this knowing, this awareness. It so strong within my vessel that it literally changed my whole reality. No longer could scarcity plague me. No longer could I settle for the mundane because I'm everything and everything is me and it's all connected. I'm a part of it all. And you know what really helped me too? I've always been super connected to nature, as you can see by the background, but every time I went into nature and I really took time to listen to the wind, talk to the trees, listen to the birds chirp, smell the flowers, ground my bare feet on the ground, I felt a connection to Mother Earth, to Gaia, that I could not explain. In the midst of me feeling so alone, it's like Mother Nature was like, baby, I'm always here. I am the ground beneath you. I'm always here. You're never alone. And so, like, days where I felt like nobody understands. And I still feel like that. majority of the time. That's why Michael's death really hit me, but we're not even about to get into that because he really understood. Like, and he was so misunderstood. Look how the masses treated him. We not even finna get into that because I ain't finna cry in this video. So, yeah, on days like that, I look to the trees and it seems like the wind would just come in at the right time and it looks like the trees are waving hello to me, and I remember that I'm not alone. Maybe I see an angel number, I think a thought, and my angels would communicate to me, or my ancestors or my spirit guides seen unseen, or my galactic family. It's a whole heap of beings that is connected that you may not be able to see, but they're very much active, they're very much present. So I've come to realize also to water. I stay by some water. I stay at the beach. I stay by a river, a stream, a lake, whatever. I'm there, because water is alive. Water is alive. All these plants and stuff, the trees, everything, it's alive. And it's things that we take for granted because they're always there. But it's so much power. It's so much, I don't even know the word, but it's like, it's this force. It's a force that if you tap into it, if you just take a moment to acknowledge it, you'll see how powerful, how magnificent, how divine its existence is. And when you're able to, it's like when you look into the water and you see a reflection, it's a mirror. As divine as that force of nature is, you are the same. So nature really helped me learn more about myself, my true self, the true essence of who I am at the core. And with that truth resonating in my heart space, it was helping me to reprogram my mind so that the left and the right hemisphere could work in unison to help me co-create my reality. Because your subconscious could be on autopilot, and you want to consciously create something, but you got these old programmings that keeps filtering this reality that you are just tired of. So you got to have something resonant in your heart as truth, something undeniable, that it helps break the chains in your brain, in your subconscious, so that you can experience a miracle, which is not really a miracle because everything is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. Trust me, this coming from a woman who birthed miracle majesty. If you know, you know. Anyway, so yeah, it has to resonate as truth in order for the belief in your mind to break, to transition, to switch, to upgrade, to elevate, to ascend. So, yeah, well, and then you start to elevate your self-concept, right? Now, when your self-concept starts to elevate and it ascends, it evolves. That's the word. Evolution at its finest. Right? Then, when I tell you, my life, things just started happening. I kid you not. I started getting flown out to places, opportunities, like just off my energy alone, just off my presence alone, it is felt. Last weekend, I literally went out to an event and this lady gave me a whole 14 karat gold bracelet. Just off the strength of my energy. She don't even know me. I don't know her. She was just like, you're a goddess. Here's an offering. Here's an offering. So I share all that to say that all this wisdom that I've cultivated, I've put it into a course, and the first module of the course is called self-concept, and I want to offer it to you. It's for free, the first module, and it's connected to a community, GodIs Tribe, so that you don't have to go through it alone. I may have gone through the journey alone and I've come out as a butterfly, but you don't have to. So here's my offering to you. I'll find somewhere to put the link. So, just keep an eye out for it, okay? Because I love you and God loves you. And we came here to have paradise on earth. So manifest that ish, okay? Cause you that one. Mwah.